The year was 1931, and the University of Massachusetts needed a basketball arena. From the ground sprung the Curry Hicks Center. With its sparse amenities like a dirt floor and cage-like net, a tradition was born. The legend had grown by the time a legend in the making, Julius Erving, came here for 2 memorable years in 1970 and 71. The doctor was beginning his practice, but he was dazzling, and he packed them in. The shiny new Mullins Center will soon be the home of the Minutemen. But tonight, it's the Cage taking center stage as the fans bid a raucous farewell, and we close out a basketball era. It's time for the final rage in the Cage. It's loud here. That's the way they like it. It's been that way for almost 62 years. And the final matchup here, the Minutemen and the Raging Cajuns in a battle of Sun Belt and Atlantic 10 conferences. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Al Bernstein, along with John Albright. Delighted to welcome you to the final men's college basketball game here at a place they call the Cage. But before they move to the Mullins Center, the Minutemen have some last business to take care of, and that is to take on the Raging Cajuns. And, you know, you can't help but feel that the emotion surrounding this game's got to have some influence, John.
It will have an influence, Al. As a visiting team, this is not where you want to start your road schedule because it is a very intimidating and influential home court crowd. But USL on the season, they're 4-2 on opponents' courts, so they've played some good non-conference teams.
And they'll rely on their point guard, Michael Allen, who's a great scorer. But as Marty Fletcher, their coach, told us today, we don't want our point guard to lead the league in scoring, and that's what they have going.
And what Coach Fletcher is talking about, he wants to see more balance in his team. He doesn't want to see one person dominate the offense. But Allen is capable of 30-plus points. Now, the bad news for everybody else on UMass's schedule, the Atlantic 10 Player of the Year last year, Harper Williams, he's back. He missed 9 games with a broken hand, and more impressively, he's shooting better the last 2 games with the broken hand coming back than he was before.
Harper Williams has come back with a vengeance. He has helped fire up this crowd. They are ready for the final game at the Cage. I hope you are. We'll see you around the bend.
ESPN's NCAA Basketball is brought to you by Cadillac, changing the way you think about American automobiles. By the Discover car. It pays to discover. The car that pays you back. And by Budweiser, the king of beers with that fresh, pure, natural taste. Nothing beats a Bud.
Well, welcome back to the Cage, where this crowd is nothing short of apoplectic. The Curry Hicks Center, they call it the Cage. And we are getting ready for what should be a very good interconference game. There's the starting lineup for the Raging Cajuns. No surprises.
Todd Hill, last year's Sun Belt Tournament MVP at 6'9". He can shoot the 3, which will force the defense to extend.
And there's Marty Fletcher, who was the Sun Belt Conference Coach of the Year last year. He's had a great run there. And the Advil starting lineup for the University of Massachusetts.
Tony Barbee, 5th place all-time on UMass's scoring list, and he's a very, very versatile performer.
All right, so we're ready to kick it off. There is John Calipari. He was the Atlantic 10 Coach of the Year last year, led UMass to their first NCAA appearance in 30 years. Ready to kick it off. Jumping in center will be Boudreau against Lou Rowe. That's Kellogg.
USL is going to open up in man-to-man. We'll see a lot of man-to-man from them. Some zone just to keep UMass off balance.
Kellogg gets it. He's not a shooter, but he gets off to a quick start. And they will press immediately.
Once you beat the pressure, you got to make the defensive team pay.
Todd Hill to Allen. It goes.
The little guy not afraid to go in the traffic.
And pressure also from the Cajuns, handled well by Massachusetts. Williams gets off to a quick start. Harper Williams, who has come back and in 2 games has been spectacular since the injury.
Shooting 77% from the floor. Everybody's going to sign up for broken hands in this UMass team.
You got it. Todd Hill, their excellent forward, handles the ball well outside. Thrown away, but Starks gets it. Tony Barbee on the rebound. Williams underneath, and he is fouled. It looked like Macchione getting the foul.
Macchione, the defensive stopper for USL inside, and if they allow Harper Williams to get that ball in the paint area, he's too dominant a player, too strong to handle inside.
So Harper Williams goes to the line. He was the Atlantic 10 Player of the Year last year. You see those averages. He missed 9 games with broken hand, as we mentioned to you.
And you can see that right hand is still taped, but it hasn't affected him. Very, very strong hand, so that hasn't bothered him.
He gets the second. Again, down low. Instead, it's out to Todd Hill. Good man-to-man defense by the Minutemen.
UMass really trying to turn up the intensity because it won't take for much for this crowd to really get involved.
Kellogg with the foul, and he's going to have his hands full against Allen tonight.
Got a quickness problem. Allen, who is listed at 6 feet, that's generous. I can assure you, very, very low center of gravity, and Derek Kellogg's got to be very careful of that penetration move by Allen, but he can also stick the 3 if you give him that shot.
The Raging Cajuns would love to run and pick the tempo up as much as they can. Right now, they have to work from a half-court set. That's Allen looking for the shot. Boudreau. It won't go. It's good for 3. Jerome Malloy. So UMass off to an 8-2 lead, but an excellent move to the basket by Boudreau, and they want more scoring from him.
They want to see this game in the upper 70s or 80s. That's their pace, but they got to get a combination again.
High for the rebound. That was Byron Starks, knocked away by Williams.
Got a foul before the block. Now, that's what USL's got to do, Al. Once the pressure comes, go ahead and beat it, because then you've got the numbers in your favor, and that'll slow the aggressiveness of that pressure down.
Mike Williams, their fine shooting guard off the bench, comes in, as does Dana Dingle. Williams can light it up. He is a terrific scorer.
Energetic, about as energetic as the crowd, John Calipari, and he can really get them going.
Boudreau makes his first. Williams comes in with a 13.6 average, so they'll look for some scoring off the bench from him. And Carol Boudreau, the center for the Raging Cajuns, 6'8", 235 from Cecilia, Louisiana. And he makes both of them. So the Cajuns cut back into that Massachusetts lead. It's just 2 now. Williams down low, and he is getting position.
They're playing behind him. They're conceding that pass down low to him. He's too strong to operate in that area once he gets it down low.
They're going to have to deny that, right, John?
They're going to have to front it and get some backside help.
Underneath, excellent feed. And Macchione makes the basket.
Well, we talked about USL. They played some good non-conference teams already. North Carolina, Nebraska, Memphis State. So they're used to playing in tough places already on the year.
So Harper Williams has scored 5 of the first 10 points by the Minutemen, and he will leave. Coming in to replace him is Kennard Robinson. And we have got, this is the Mod Squad coming in now.
Well, you've heard of Tulane's posse. Here comes USL's Mod Squad.
Wholesale changes.
They'll play about 4 or 5 minutes, and ordinarily you won't see this group as a unit inserted anymore in the game.
Tony Moore, Sean Griggs, Fred Lilly, Otis Lanier all pop in. And Brian Collins. They'll play for a few minutes to see if they can just change things a little bit. That's Griggs going to the basket. It is taken away by Robinson.
Ordinarily, there's much emotion on this game. The first 5 minutes you spend just burning off that excess emotion. Then you start settling down.
No foul called. Lou Rowe might have wanted one. The Cajuns, as is their wont, push it up court. Tony Moore misses. It'll go. the foul.
A good follow-up that time by Lilly. Good offensive rebound and went strong to it. And what the Mod Squad does, Al, this is a group, you're looking basically to stay even or within 2 points of when they go in. They're looking for enthusiasm, and the other team's got to still spend a lot of energy with their regulars. So when you bring, Marty Fletcher brings his regulars back in, John Calipari's guys, they've been out there the whole time. So hopefully you've got an advantage when you bring your starters back in.
Calipari not happy about this. Lilly misses the free throw. And UMass brings it up. That's Mike Williams. He'll want to shoot. Takes it all the way, and he's got it. So off the bench comes Mike Williams for his instant offense. And almost makes the steal.
Well, both teams showing they like to run up and down the floor. USL really likes this pace much more to their liking.
It's Marty Fletcher.
Shot clock's going to be reset.
Marty's got a very upbeat tie. Does that mean they're going to run even more?
That is up-tempo, to say the least. He's 3-0 with that tie.
There you go. And they are on a 3-game winning streak. They've won 5 of their last 6, have the Cajuns. Otis Lanier.
This is a good team. They beat Oklahoma in the NCAA tournament last year, so they're capable of winning big games. Very explosive team.
Lanier driving. Kicks it back out to Griggs. A transfer from LSU. Lilly, yes.
Well, the Mod Squad has done their part. They've come in and kept this game close.
A foul as Williams drives the lane.
Lanier will pick up the foul. Williams is doing a good job, Al, of penetrating. Right now, USL having trouble stopping that ball penetration.
So the score is tied at 12-12. The Mod Squad has kept the Cajuns in there, but they'll depart. We'll be back after this. We are back where the Raging Cajuns and UMass are tied at 12-12, and Mike Williams made a good entrance, didn't he?
That's a good job. Once Lanier tries to gamble, nobody's going to pick up Williams, does a smart thing, drives all the way. That's too easy, but good recognition by Mike Williams.
And there are some of the fans that have come out here for the final game of the Cage. UMass will be moving to the Mullins Center, a beautiful facility just down the street here on the campus. And Harper Williams gets a nice entry pass in. It is blocked. But Carol Boudreau will be ticketed for the foul, I believe.
That's the second relatively easy play that Williams has come up with. Nobody picked him up off the screen right underneath their basket. That's far too easy. Marty Fletcher, though, he's got to be pleased early on, again, with this very, very predominantly home court crowd here. His team has not been rattled early on.
Not at all. They've played with poise. Mike Williams gets the first one. Young man who came in with a 13.6 scoring average off the bench. He gives them some instant offense.
The thing about this home court crowd, what it does, it turns the runs. It turns 4- and 6-point runs into 10 and 12. It turns one turnover into 2 or 3 before you can stop it.
That one won't go, and Starks with the rebound. Uh-oh. That one goes awry, and that's just the kind of air you really don't want to ignite a rally.
That's all unforced.
So with a 1-point lead, the Minutemen put it into play. That's Tony Barbie with the ball. Original starting lineup in, with the exception of Dana Dingle.
A lot of movement and screens for UMass. They do a good job rubbing people off screens.
And Allen, the point guard, with the rebound. Todd Hill from three-point land, and it'll go.
If he can hit that shot at 6'9", that'll extend the defense out. There won't be that much help inside that paint area.
Came in averaging 14.8. There's Harper Williams where he wants to be in the paint. Can't get the shot off.
Got help defensively that time, and Williams made that spin move.
Harold Boudreau with the unenviable job of watching Williams, and he watches that one go in.
Just too strong again to operate with a single man in that paint area.
Michael Allen. And he is an excellent penetrator in addition to being a good jump shooter.
He struggled a little bit offensively the last 2 games, but it looked like he's picked it up tonight.
Allen averaging 22 points a game.
Now Boudreau at 6'8", he is not a slender fella. He's a stocky guy in there, but just too quick and too strong as Harper Williams.
Kellogg comes back in, as does Lou Rowe, who comes in with 2 fouls. And there's Harper Williams taking a seat on the bench. And For the Cajuns, Carol Boudreau goes to the Pines. Brian Collins comes in, 6'10" sophomore. So wholesale changes on both sides.
We're on an extremely quick pace with 14 minutes plus. We're well beyond the 50-point halftime pace.
And the Cajuns with a 2-point lead. They're thrilled to be there at this point. Barbie, beautiful pass to Dingle, and he gets it, and he is fouled. So he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Very unselfish ball movement right here by UMass. Barbie, he's got a good shot, but he sees Dingle with a better one. Collins got caught in between. He never established his position. He wasn't trying to block the shot, but got caught in between. And that's a strong move for the freshman, Dana Dingle.
So Dingle goes to the line. And he is close now to his season average there. And gives UMass a 1-point lead. Michael Allen, who has had an excellent first half so far here, but they want him to distribute more than score. They'd like to get other people involved in the scoring if they can. That's Hill. Williams with the rebound. Barbie from 3 points. Dingle on the floor. It's everywhere. The ball will probably belong to the Cajuns.
What a job John Calipari has done in resurrecting this UMass program.
You heard him a little bit there. We've got John Calipari mic'd, and from time to time you should hear his comments. Allen, from the top of the circle, it won't go. And UMass running a little bit more perhaps than some might have thought. Nice pass underneath to Rowe, and he's got it. And the foul on Brian Collins.
Well, that's just an example of UMass beating USL back down the floor. Lou Rowe strong, got there before Collins, and Collins not strong enough to deny the 3-point play. Got to get there before the offensive man does.
Sean Griggs and Tony Moore check in for the Cajuns. USL now down by 3, and there you see Lou Rowe, who has really come on in recent games, and there he makes it to make a 3-point play. He's averaging 17 points in his last 5 games, Lou Rowe, and really has been a significant addition offensively to that front line.
He has just had 5 straight games in double figures for the Minutemen.
4-point lead for Massachusetts. Collins won't take that one.
USL needs a good shot this trip. They really haven't had a good look at the basket the last 2 trips down court.
Good man-to-man defense forces an off-balance shot by Tony Moore, and it won't go. Rowe underneath, follows his own shot. Strong move, can't get up there with it though. A lot of pushing and shoving. It's a physical game underneath, John.
These two teams not afraid of each other. They won't back down. Probably a smart move by Michael Allen, slowing it down just a little bit. They didn't get a good shot last trip either. Need one this trip.
Allen banks it and gets it.
When he's on, that's as high a percentage shot as you want to see from the Raging Cajuns.
6 points for Michael Allen so far in this game. He's averaging 22.6 coming in. Kellogg. Rowe underneath, strong move, and he's got it.
You could see the inside strength really coming through for UMass. They're doing a good job following up and hammering in that paint area.
Lou Rowe with 5 points, starting to show that offensive potential that he has shown so well in the last 5 games. 4-point lead for Massachusetts. They extend their defense to push Allen out a little further. Nice pass underneath, and it will be a foul on Tony Barbie, I believe. The foul on Barbie, and we've got more substitutions. Harper Williams comes back in the game, as does Kennard Robinson and Jerome Malloy. Brian Collins sits down for the Cajuns. Sean Griggs back in for
the Cajuns. Macchione with 2 points so far in this game. Shooting 65% from the line. And he gets that one. Trying to reduce it to a 2-point lead is Cedric Macchione. No, he doesn't.
Tell you, I didn't like him showing directions, distracting his concentration at the free throw line.
Should be thinking about the shot. Nice block, but it almost goes. Harper Williams strong underneath. It won't go. Todd Hill gets it. Hill from 3. And Williams cleans up the boards.
Foul's right here. White, 24 White, shoot.
Foul down underneath. And that's a 17th foul now on the Raging Cajuns, so it'll be 1-1 for Jerome Malloy.
Jerome Malloy to the line for the Minutemen, shooting 1-1.
Interesting, John Calipari said that in Harper Williams' absence, different people stepped up to have big games. Malloy had a couple of big games during that stretch.
And he was very happy with Tony Barbee's leadership qualities when Williams was out. And they went 7-2 with Williams out.
He also said that he thought Williams may have taken a little bit for granted, was not as dominating a player early in the year before the broken hand. Maybe taking things for granted, a little better appreciation after sitting out.
That one is knocked out. And we will go to break. UMass leading 23-20. We'll be back. Great slate of basketball Saturday here on ESPN. The DePaul Blue Demons, who lost to UMass last time out, taking on a great Cincinnati team. Good Missouri Valley matchup, Southern Illinois and Southwest Missouri State.
Ashraf Amaya for Southern Illinois, the player of the year last year in the Missouri Valley, back again.
A couple of excellent games Saturday here on ESPN. Check them out. Al Bernstein along with John Albright here at the final game at the Cage, the Curry Hicks Center here in Amherst, Massachusetts. UMass will be moving to their new Mullins Center, but right now they got their hands full with the Raging Cajuns. They're leading 23-20 against USL.
Now, right now, UMass has not been able to go on one of their big runs in this facility that they're so noted for. USL, every time things have not quite gone their way, they've done a good job of answering with some key buckets.
John, are you surprised that UMass has done better running than the Cajuns?
Yes, somewhat, because their game, they really like to take it in, but they've really done it only when it's there. They haven't forced the run if it's not there.
Pass by Barbee, knocked away by Griggs.
Now, that pass was forced and telegraphed.
That's because they heard you. Starks, he gets it. He's a very good shooter from that range. Has only taken 4 3-point shots all year, which is strange for a guard.
Ordinarily, you like to launch it a little bit more often from 3 than that.
Kellogg, he tried it from 3, and it was nowhere near. So only 1-point lead for UMass and Michael Allen. A blocking foul on Kellogg.
That's that quickness factor we were talking about. Kellogg in a one-on-one with Allen. He's not as quick.
Second foul on Kellogg. He's having a hard time handling things. 15 foul. You take a look at some NBA scores.
Phoenix just keeps on going.
And the Kings doing better than anyone expected, huh? Michael Allen, who has 6 points so far in this game, and has distributed the ball pretty well, but his teammates have not always made the shots. Hill looking inside, and he'll go for it from about 14, and it is off. Nice work underneath by Griggs.
Griggs was a freshman on the first-team all-defensive team in the SEC and then transferred after his first year.
Not known for his offense, but a nice move on the inside. Specializes in steals.
Impressively, USL with a 1-point lead.
The Cajuns, who are down by 4 a few moments ago, take the lead.
Got an offensive call.
That will be on Kennard Robinson for pushing off. And even if you didn't, and there's John Calipari, he probably doesn't like a lot of what's going on in this court right now. There is Rowe coming in as we look at some of the college scores.
little Ivy League action playing on Friday nights.
And so with a 1-point lead, Michael Allen brings it up for the Cajuns.
Well, USL only had one really bad stretch when they came back from Hawaii. They really were tired, didn't have any chance to rest. Lost 3 straight games coming back, plus the last game against Jackson State and Hawaii. They've rebounded nicely since then.
They had 8 games in 15 days, and Marty Fletcher said it really took its toll on us. There's Williams going into the paint, and he is fouled. And a technical. Technical called on the Cajuns. Marty Fletcher, not a happy man right now. And that's an understatement. He's having a hard time figuring out what the technical was for, but then doesn't every coach. And Mike Williams will shoot the technical. Carol Boudreau comes out. Williams hits the tee. Now he's got his shots. 4th foul, I believe, on Boudreau. Williams hits another.
Griggs got the technical foul. It's an unsporting, so that'll go against his personal foul count also.
It's hard to tell who the technical was on. But one thing we know, Marty Fletcher wasn't happy about it.
Well, it's a new rule this year. If a player gets an unsporting technical foul, it goes against his personal 5 towards disqualification. Now they're going to change it. We understand a little better clarification. They're going to say it was on Marty Fletcher, not on Sean Griggs, and that's why Marty Fletcher was so upset.
So that is why Fletcher was distressed. 26-24. Michael Williams puts them ahead by 2.
That helps Griggs out because they didn't go against his personal foul total. But with all of that action, they really didn't pick up a whole lot of advantage.
Underneath, it's good by Williams. 5 points for him so far in this game. And Massachusetts has that 4-point lead back again. And they will look to Michael Allen to try and get it back, and he misses.
Now USL's got to show a little more offensive patience. Not the first shot, jack it up. A little more patience.
Collins underneath.
That is patience and a high percentage dunk.
You can't do much better in the high percentage area than that.
Look at Marty Fletcher to our right. He is really active.
So John Calipari, animated as always. His team has a 2-point lead. You'd never know it. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Al Bernstein with John Albright. And as you see, the University of Massachusetts defeating at this moment, 2 points ahead, Southwestern Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns. We want to clarify the fact that that technical, we have now been told, and this time we're sure, was on Sean Griggs. And so that will be counted against him on his personal foul record.
Half-court trap now by USL.
Good pressure, and it almost produces a turnover. Here comes Barbie. He'll get it.
Credit Daniel Dingle with some great effort. He won't get an assist, but he kept that alive.
That's the first basket of the game for Tony Barbie, who came in here averaging 14 points a game. Starks, that's his spot, but it won't go. And Barbie's high for the rebound. 4-point lead for Massachusetts, and that's where Williams wants to work. Just off.
He does a great job squaring up, giving the guard perfect angle for that entry pass.
So the Cajuns might need a basket here to prevent one of those runs you were talking about. And Allen gets a lane to go in. Very physical under there. Starks gets it and scores.
USL's done a good job. Just when they need a basket, they seem to find a way to come up with one right on time.
Starks has 4 now. Barbie from the free throw line. He'll get it. He's got 4. He's starting to heat up, and Tony Barbie is the kind of guy that when when he does heat up, can really get them going.
Barbie, he's a streak shooter. Very, very versatile performer. And again, coming in, he was 5th place all-time on the scoring list at UMass, so you know he can light it up on occasion.
This is the second meeting of teams in the Sun Belt in the Atlantic 10 Conference. 5 points, and it's a 2-point lead for UMass.
Just pick it up. Too much dribbling in traffic. Pick the ball up first.
Williams underneath, knocked away. Dana Dingle gets it. Offensive on Tony Barbie. Well, it's very physical down there, and we'll take a look at it again.
Look at the action inside. That time Collins does square up. He's got the defensive position, and Barbie's going to get the call. Now, Collins at 6'10", maybe a little acting for emphasis. I'm not sure Barbie can knock him down so decisively.
He's a big dude. That's a 7th-team foul. Calipari not happy about that foul at all.
Well, he was concerned about this game because he wasn't happy with the last couple of days' practice that his team had. Was concerned about the intensity level and was really worried today at their shoot-around.
Ironically, coming off an excellent performance in their win against DePaul. Little indecision. Starks throws it away. Malloy. That gives him a 4-point lead again.
Well, that's why you don't leave your feet, but to do one thing, that's to shoot. Don't leave your feet to pass.
5 points for Jerome Malloy. Nice pass underneath, and Starks gets it. That's 6 for John Starks. Or Byron Starks, excuse me. John Starks plays for the Knicks.
Now, he could light it up also.
Byron hopes one day he scores as well as John Starks. Nice block by Starks. See, he heard me say it was John Starks. He wants to play exactly like him now. Allen behind the back.
Good defense.
Nice play underneath.
USL just keeps hanging around. They got it all knotted up now at 34.
Cedric McKeown gets his 5th point of the game. And they have tied it, as you said. Rowe from outside. It won't get there. But he hustles back to get the steal. Nice move by Williams.
Well, the ball fake froze the defensive man and just slashed right through for a bucket. That's 2 times we've seen him with that dribble penetration.
Mike Williams has come off the bench to score 8. That is what he does best, and he has provided it tonight for the Minutemen. Harper Williams will be flagged for the foul, and Collins will go to the line in a 1-on-1 situation.
I'm not sure Coach Calipari agreed with that particular.
Not at all.
He's fiery, and his team really plays off the head coach. They look to him as an emotional leader. He can be very energetic on the sidelines.
He has done a remarkable job with this program. 2 times to the NIT, then the NCAA, and they won the Atlantic 10 Conference last year. First NCAA bid in 30 years. So this man has done a great job here. If right now he's not too happy.
I like his enthusiasm.
Brian Collins doesn't get that one. Kellogg brings it up. 2-point lead for the Minutemen. Harvey driving and gets it from inside. He's now got 6. And it's a 4-point lead with a little over 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. A first half in which the Cajuns have hung in there strong.
Barbie picking up the foul outside.
Tony Barbie gets a foul.
Now, we talked about Hill earlier on. It's 6'9". He's listed at 6'9". He's actually about 6'7", 6'8". But he's got that 3-point ability. That time he went around Barbie, who got caught reaching.
The 3rd foul on Barbie, an important moment. I mentioned before that I want to clarify that Boudreau has only 2 fouls. Carol Boudreau, the center for the Raging Cajuns. That's Todd Hill, who will go to the line. He shoots 71% from the line. Well, lots of Super Bowl coverage. Chris Berman, Dan Patrick, Joe Theismann, Tom Jackson. The whole gang will be there every day through February 1st. And that should be a great game. Who do you think's going to win?
Third time's the charm for the Bills.
I gotta say I agree with the Bills. I agree with you, and it's going to be the Buffalo Bills to win, even though one newspaper told me I picked the Cowboys. I never did. So we will be back to see if the Minutemen can hang on to this slim lead. Well, it was only a 30-year break in between NCAA appearances for the University of Massachusetts. They, of course, went last year, did a great job getting to the Sweet 16. There's the guys in 1962 that did it.
Hair's a little bit different back then.
Everything was different back then. And they were, last year, the Atlantic 10 Conference champions and did a great job in the NCAA tournament.
First time that they have done that, beat Syracuse.
Kellogg, triple team. Somebody's got to be open. It's Kennard Robinson, and he will get it. So he comes off the bench, gets his first deuce of the game, and gives UMass a 4-point lead.
The last 250-plus, very important for both clubs. For USL, they've done a good job hanging around all first half. They don't want this lead to get to 8 or 9. UMass, they like to go in with a run, get the crowd back in. The crowd really has not been able to get involved and influence this team like they want to.
2:40 left to go in the first half. Tony Moore can't get that one. And it is Rowe up for the rebound. Williams allowed to go right in and score an easy layup for his 10th point of the game.
Well, fast break points. The Minutemen 16-2 advantage. They've been selective. When it's there, they've pushed it. And USL got to do a better job getting back defensively.
Down underneath. Griggs looking for the shot, and he is fouled by Kennard Robinson. The Delta Faucet halftime report will be following. Pepperdine with that terrific conference streak. Iowa, really an amazing game against Michigan State, and an emotional one, and we'll give you an update on Scott Burrell's injury as well. The Delta Faucet report at halftime. Dan Debenham will be there with you. And there's Harper Williams, who has only 6 points so far in this game. He's been a little quiet offensively. And Griggs misses the foul shot.
I think if you're UMass and John Calipari, you look at Harper Williams' offensive absence as a positive because the other guys have picked it up. You know, it's a matter of time before he can really take over a game if he wants to.
Griggs gets his 3rd point of the game, and it is a 5-point lead for Massachusetts. A 3-point effort by Williams. He falls down in an effort to get a foul. It doesn't work. Good defense by Griggs. That's his specialty, going for steals. And it is off Kennard Robinson, says the referee. And surprisingly, the fans don't agree with him. Neither does that man.
Can't imagine that here at Curry Hicks Cage.
Both coaches have had more than their share of conversations with the referees tonight.
Well, they could have given up their seats because neither one of them has spent much time on it. Both of them very active on the sidelines.
And boy, everybody wanted to get in here. This crowd is about 500 over capacity. I don't know where they're sitting. We had to pair with them, didn't we?
Don't tell the fire marshal that.
So the Cajuns put the ball in deep freeze for a little bit.
So spreading the court right now.
That's Todd Hill to Griggs, going to the basket. Excellent feed by Griggs. Cedric Macchione gets the basket.
Excellent clock management that time. Less than 10 seconds in the shot clock, and they scored.
7 for Macchione, and Williams gets it back again with his 8th point of the game. Well, if they keep getting the ball to Williams down low, he's going to make some good things happen.
Going to have to help defensively, and one person cannot stop him in that paint area.
Under a minute left to go. Working for what is almost the last shot. There will be a few seconds remaining past the shot clock.
Both teams a little tired right now. UMass very content not to press it defensively right now.
But they are working well, spreading the court. I'm not sure Hill didn't travel, but it wasn't called. Instead,
Kennard Robinson going to get the foul.
Robinson with the foul. Number 3 on Kennard Robinson, who has come off the bench here to play well in this first half. 5-point lead for Massachusetts, and Todd Hill will try and cut into that. He's got 7 on the night. Tony Barbee, who's got 3 fouls, will check in.
Situational substitution. They'll have one last opportunity if they want to, UMass, so they'll get Barbee back in for the offensive change.
And if Tony Barbee would foul in these last 23 seconds, John Calipari might take his head off, huh?
It wouldn't be a pleasant halftime, I can assure you.
That's for sure.
Full court press now after the made free throw by USL. This is somewhat of a surprise for UMass.
But they do an excellent job of getting by the pressure. Harper Williams, he's got 10, and he's starting to light it up.
Al, that was a great catch by Williams because Barbee actually fumbled that ball underneath.
6 seconds left. Tony Moore looking for the last shot. He gets it. So the first half with a score that probably the Raging Cajuns would have liked the total. 46-42 for Massachusetts. At least it's a high-scoring game, thinks Marty Fletcher, but they've got to do a little bit better job. We'll be back for the second half.
Beating Michigan State, but our score at the break right now, it is Massachusetts up by 4. We'll be back.
ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by Continental Airlines. One airline can make a difference. This halftime report is presented by the Delta Faucet Company. Delta, the way water is brought to life. ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by Toyota and their full line of quality cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me. And by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Welcome back. High school news quickly. Ralph Tasker, 73 years old, out of Hobbs High School in New Mexico, is now the all-time winningest coach in high school. He won his 1,027th game tonight as Hobbs High School beat Alamogordo 87-77 in overtime. Congratulations, Coach. Let's get back to Al Bernstein and John Albright. Gentlemen.
Well, thank you, Dan. We are back here in Massachusetts where UMass has that 4-point lead over the Raging Cajuns. And one of the things that has helped them get there is Harper Williams, who really came on toward the second part of that first half.
Really strong down low. He's too tough to handle with just one player. Now watch this move. He's a left-handed player. Ordinarily, he'll swing to his right. Not so. Nice backdoor move that time. And Williams with 11 points in the first half. I don't think they can handle him with just one defensive player.
And USL moved the ball very well also during the course of that first half.
When the Raging Cajuns were patient on offense, spread the floor, took their time to get a good shot, ordinarily it meant a high percentage shot. Now watch them run their offense. Good job right here, patient. Look at the defense. The defense is spread, not a lot of defensive help capable right here. Good job by Griggs. Mackey on perfect 3 for 3. Shots like that, that's high percentage. When they spread the offense, did a good job.
Take a look at the first half statistics. Both teams shooting very well, and everything looks pretty identical.
Defense has got to pick up for both teams in the second half. Shooting excellent for everybody concerned. Rebounding pretty close. Turnovers, not a big factor for either club here in the first half.
And there are the leading scorers, spreading it around both teams, although the two Williams boys for UMass. Mike Williams coming off the bench with 10. He was spectacular.
USL, good job of spreading their offense around, and UMass, Harper Williams 5 for 9 in the first half, picking up again on that very high percentage pace. But Al, I think the first team that can come out and really put the defensive clamps should be the team to win this game, because both teams were porous defensively in the first half.
We'll see if they can tighten it up. And ironically, in the first half, University of Massachusetts with 20 fast break points, only 2 for USL, and really the Cajuns were the ones that were supposed to run.
They didn't force it. They just beat USL back down the floor. A lot of times it took advantage of what was there.
So we kick it off here in the second half. That's Michael Allen going in, and nice pass to Hill, but he can't get it. Boudreau underneath. Excellent pass by Barbee underneath. Jerome Malloy is fouled.
Starks got him down low.
Byron Starks.
And that's what I'm talking about. UMass just does a better job so far tonight of pushing the ball down the floor, beating USL back. That time the initial break was stopped, but they didn't pick up. John Calipari's team very optimistic. When it's there, they've taken advantage of it.
They've shown their quickness tonight. That is Malloy at the line. He gets the first one.
And I think for UMass, they haven't been able to go on that big run where they've opened it up 10, 12-2, 12-4 run to really open things up, get the crowd involved. For the most part, the crowd has been somewhat quiet because USL's answered every time they've gotten in trouble.
Malloy hits two. He's shooting 81% from the line, so that's normal for him. And it's a 6-point lead, the biggest in a while. They beat the pressure, and Todd Hill misses the jam. Oh, my.
That will get the crowd involved in a hurry.
Rowe underneath. He follows. It'll go. And the lead reaches 8.
USL's got to be real careful right now, Al, because UMass is in the midst of a run right now.
They're in dangerous territory, and that was a dangerous pass. Byron Starks can't get it to go. Here come the Minutemen. Lou Rowe decides better against that shot, but Williams underneath will get it. The lead is now 10, and Marty Fletcher may be thinking timeout. No, he wants his team to push it.
This is an important trip right now for USL. Marty Fletcher not going to call timeout. This is a very, very crucial offensive possession.
Michael Allen, when they need a big hoop, he's the guy that gets it, and he draws the foul.
Got a 3-point opportunity that time, Allen, as you mentioned. He just took over. He's the smallest guy on the floor right now.
And the foul is on Harper Williams. Second foul on Williams, and we got some replacements. Mike Williams comes in again, who did so well in the first half, and also Dana Dingle, who gave them some very solid minutes in that first half.
Very talented freshman. And John Calipari's got another one that's sitting out due to Prop 48. Mr. Bright, one of the leading high school players in the nation last year. Looking forward to suiting up next year for the UMass Minutemen.
Nice to have those guys just sitting around waiting to play for you. It's a 7-point lead, a very, very big 3-point effort by Michael Allen. As John said, that was an important trip for them. Barbie looking for the shot. He will not get it, and he will draw a foul. And he will shoot 2. Macchione with the foul. Number 2 on Macchione, and Marty Fletcher looking for some answers. Wants to keep his team in there now because, as you said, a run now would be a big problem.
And now the important thing is you can't lose your patience. With 18-12 to go in the game, you don't put the first shot up every time. Be a little more selective. Get a higher percentage shot where you're going to go to the foul line or a good chance to put yourself in offensive rebounding position.
Tony Barbie looking to make the second.
Let's see if UMass comes out full court pressure after the main free throw. They do.
You called it. And they have Allen in a little trap, but handles it well. Look how well they got back on defense, though.
That's a key. If you're going to press full court, got to get back.
Carol Boudreau gets 2. Harper Williams wanted the charge, but it wasn't there. The first time these two teams have ever met in basketball, and they're putting on a good show.
Now, that's not the shot you want to see Harper Williams shoot. Takes him right out of rebounding position.
The lead is 7. Williams. Todd Hill from 10 feet, and he gets it. Todd Hill with his 8th point, and they need points from him in this game.
Well, I'm also impressed right now with the poise that USL is showing. They are not rattled even when they got down.
A well-coached team, and they're on a 3-game winning streak, as we said. The 3 of those wins have been in the Sun Belt Conference, where they're 5-3 now, still within striking distance of New Orleans. They're undefeated, but the Cajuns are in 3rd place in their league. There is Barbie. And all of a sudden, those perimeter shots aren't dropping, and the Cajuns are getting their share of rebounds.
One shot and done right now for UMass. No offensive boards.
Macchione draws the foul, number 4 on Tony Barbie. Very significant moment, perhaps, in this game.
That's tough because Barbie, very, very versatile performer. Certainly one of their offensive leaders, and now he's got to sit down with 16:55 to go.
Along with Harper Williams, Kennard Robinson and Lou Rowe come in. That's a long, long time, 16 minutes, when your key man has 4 fouls.
And the problem when you bring him back in with 6 or 8 minutes to go, he's been sitting down. You wonder how quickly he can get back in the flow.
Makion with 7 points in this game. He came in averaging only 5.1, so he's had a good offensive game for them. He's normally their defensive specialist. 6'6", 190-pound senior from Gonzales, Louisiana. Now Mike Williams, who scored 10 in the first half, may look to do some offensive work.
This is where you'd really like to get it inside, get that high percentage shot. UMass going to spread the floor a little bit.
3-point lead for Massachusetts.
Look at the motion. UMass always in constant motion. They do a good job running you off kicks. If you turn your head immediately, you're running right into somebody's chest.
USL staying in the man-to-man. They've been in that much tonight. Good work by Starks defensively. No, bad pass, and Mike Williams will go to the hoop. It's good. 12 points for Mike Williams. Count it and chalk up a foul.
That's the second time tonight we've seen that little ball fake where the defensive man has bought it and he's gone right up with his shot. That's a big play because they were turning out, falling out of bounds, and this is a dying duck right there that Williams does a good job picking. Watch the ball fake. Turn his back. That's like a defensive back in football, turning your back on the quarterback. Bad things are going to happen to you quickly.
That's for sure.
He's done it twice now. The next time you got to make him throw the ball. Pass him.
5-point lead for Massachusetts, and Mike Williams goes to the line. And he makes it. So make the lead 6. Wholesale changes for the Cajuns. Pressure, almost a steal. Fred Lilly could have been a backcourt there. They didn't call it. Terrible pass taken by Kennard Robinson.
Got away with one, but not for long.
So all the reserves now feeling the pressure. Bad shot by Michael Williams. And who is the arrow pointing to? Well, when we come back, we'll have more. 6-point lead for UMass. Welcome back. And we want to remind you that Scholastic Sports America will have a special signing show. Dan Debenham and Mike Gottfried, our football expert, will be on hand. Take a look at all the high school talent. The early signing period begins February 3rd. They will bring you up to date. That's Monday, 3:30 Eastern time here on ESPN. I'm Al Bernstein along with John Albright. We have got a good one going here, one in which the momentum has swung back and forth a bunch of times in the second half. And Massachusetts got the benefit of that last arrow for possession. And that's Mike Williams looking inside.
Zone look right now for the Raging Cajuns. That's a good job of surrounding Harper Williams with multiple bodies.
They change defenses a lot, and it produces a steal by Allen. A little late with his pass to Starks, and that created that missed layup. Nope. Byron Starks a little late, and Michael Allen knows he made a mistake. He's a little distressed with himself. He knows that he should have gotten that pass a little earlier to Starks.
That and Todd Hill, if he would have quit the finger roll and gone up strong, he would have an easy shot. A little too much mustard that time. They call him Thrill Hill. That time a little too much. Nobody's missed the free throw in the second half. USL 3 for 3 and Massachusetts 5 for 5. 57-51. We've got a little over 15 minutes left to go here in the second half. Massachusetts leading by 6. The last game they'll play here at the place they call the Cage. And they want to make it a winning effort if they possibly can. USL back to man now. The Cajuns from the Sun Belt Conference. Massachusetts from the Atlantic 10. Good interconference game. Malloy. Long pass that won't get it done. Bad turnover. 8-point lead now by the Minutemen. That's going to get some substitutions in the game in a hurry for USL. Brian Collins will be one of the people that comes in, along with Sean Griggs. Todd Hill goes to the bench, as does Carol Boudreau. So
So Marty Fletcher making good use of his reserves on the front line.
Yeah, nobody touched that ball, so we'll bring it all the way back down underneath UMass's basket. It's a big trip. This could be a 10-point, 11-point lead with a 3 here.
And ironically, since Barbie picked up his 4th following out, UMass is on an 8-0 run. So how do you figure, huh?
You don't want to play catch-up from double digits in this type atmosphere. So I think the next 5 minutes, very, very important for USL. Get this lead back to a manageable situation. 3-4 points.
John, UMass seems like a team that thrives on adversity. A 3-point effort doesn't go for Malloy. When Williams gets hurt, they come back. Good steal by Rowe. In the paint, he's got it. And that lead is, in fact, 10 points.
But what happens when you have a key player go down? Your team either splits up or you come closer together. And that's what's happened to this UMass team.
And they did it when Barbie went out with his 4th foul here. Foul underneath. It's on Collins. And USL has got a problem. Number 3 on Brian Collins. Derek Kellogg will check in, replacing Dana Dingle. Kellogg had his best assist game against DePaul the last time out, 10 assists. There's John Calipari. That's his record here at Curry Hicks.
That's like we said today, you'd like to see him do his recruiting at the new place, play in here with that kind of record.
That's for
Doesn't
sure.
work that way, though.
When they fixed this place up about 5 or 6 years ago and made it really a nice gym here, it took away a little of the some of the old-fashioned charm, but made it a much better arena for them to play in. Rowe has it knocked away, gets it back again. Just won't go for him. When this building was in its previous state, they used to have a dirt running track. When the ball went out of bounds, if it went in the dirt, they'd have to wipe it off before they gave it to the other team. It was an interesting place.
You played for the love of the game in that situation.
For sure. Starks misses from three-point land. Only his 5th three-point effort all year. He's missed them all. Harper Williams is fouled going in by Macchione. Harper Williams can take over a game when he's down in the paint, can't he, John?
Well, he does such a good job of swinging either way. If you shade him to the right, he goes the other way. And he's so strong, as you mentioned. Now watch, shading him, going to reverse it. No way Macchione can get there in time. And again, you got to have help defensively. You cannot play behind him, which concedes that entry pass. Got to have help on either side. 4th
foul for Macchione. 13 points now for Harper Williams. So he is starting to inch toward his average, which is 17.3. Kennard Robinson coming in. He comes in with 3 fouls, takes over for Jerome Malloy. A lot of versatility for UMass here. They bring in a big guy for a guard. They can play with a lot of different combinations.
They've got some interchangeable people. You're right.
Williams misses. He shoots 74% from the line.
And John Calipari, interesting point. He felt that Harper Williams maybe took a little something for granted this year. Player of the year in the Atlantic 10 last year. After he got hurt, came back with a little more enthusiasm, a little more hunger after something was taken away from him because of the injury.
Well, they're now on an 11-0 run, UMass, since Barbie went out with his 4th foul. He may start to get worried about his starting spot at this point. Good rebound by Kennard Robinson, and we're in the danger territory now for USL. There is 12:51 left. They're down 62-51.
Watch Harper Williams operate inside. Good post up. Again, not getting a lot of help defensively.
Williams underneath. He gets it over Brian Collins. 15 points for Harper Williams, and they just can't stop him in the paint.
Again, if you're not going to help him out defensively, you're going to have problems. One person cannot do it. You got to have help from that backside.
13-point lead. Brian Starks looking for the shot. Contested, tough shot. And there is Rowe for the rebound. Good steal by Todd Hill. Starks gets it. That was a tough one to put in.
He got a very fortunate bucket there because he actually hit the rim. Lucky that went in.
10 points for Byron Starks. The lead is now 11, 64-53 for UMass. Williams underneath. He is just unstoppable.
He's a one-man wrecking crew right now.
There's a foul on Williams. So Harper Williams gets another foul.
That's a fatigue foul. Look how tired he is.
It's his third foul. Yeah, so they'll give him a little rest now.
Got caught reaching that time. When you get tired defensively, you reach rather than move your feet, get in position.
John, is part of that the fact that this is only his third game back and he's not quite in game shape yet?
Could well be. There's nothing, you can't duplicate conditioning that the game will give you. And yes, he's still feeling himself a little bit in terms of getting back in the flow, the normal rhythm. You can see he's really breathing hard. A couple minutes, he'll be back in.
He's done a great job. There is Kennard Robinson, who gave him some good minutes. Jerome Malloy comes back in from small lineup now on the court, or smaller anyway. Todd Hill 3 for 4 from the line. He's got 8 points tonight, and he hits another one.
Well, for USL, with about 4 or 5 minutes to go, they need to be about the 6-7 point range. Down by 12 at the moment.
There's Rowe for the rebound. He's had a good night on the boards. Wide open is Malloy, but knocked away by Boudreau. So USL with a chance now to cut it to 10. A little over 11 minutes left to go in this game. Tony Moore drives. And Mike Williams ticketed for the foul. He doesn't like it. So when we come back, Tony Moore will be at the line, and his Cajuns are down 66-54. Well, we are happy to be here at Amherst, Massachusetts, where UMass is doing a good job. And a big Monday here on ESPN. Georgetown and St. John's, Big East matchup with Georgetown trying to climb back into the top 10. They're hovering in the top 20 or around it. And number 1 Kansas, Walters is as slick a guard as you want against Missouri. Norm Stewart's got his team playing well. And more Midnight Madness. New Mexico State, Sam Crawford, terrific point guard against Utah State. That's Midnight Madness here on ESPN. And we get back to action here with University of Massachusetts ahead by 12, and the Raging Cajuns from USL trying to cut into that lead.
Patience, very, very important for USL. Don't want to jack up the first shots if they're work the offense, get a good percentage shot.
Michael Allen, it's the man they call on when they need a basket. He has 11 points, really not the total they'd like from him at this point.
I'd like to see him maybe have a little more offensive output.
Massachusetts shooting 44% in this second half, only 31% for USL. That explains a lot. Malloy, he gets it.
Beat the zone trap that time, got a good bucket.
Jerome Malloy, the 6'3", 170-pound sophomore. Boy, John Calipari likes to see him around for a couple more years. It's a 12-point lead, and still a 12-point lead, and yet another rebound for Lou Rowe. Williams underneath. He will be fouled by Griggs.
I don't know who jumped higher that time, Harper Williams or John Calipari. We had a great view of him right here. And at the same time, both of them left their feet.
He is animated, isn't he?
Oh, you like that. A lot of enthusiasm, excitement for the game. Again, I think his players really feed off that enthusiasm and excitement.
There's Harper Williams. And it rolls in. Williams has performed very well in this game as he has in the last 2 since he came back from having a broken hand. He was out for 9 games.
Got a lane violation.
So the last one won't count. It's 69-56. 13-point lead.
All right, USL's got to start making a dent in this lead. They've got the firepower to do it. They've got to get it going right now.
Mention that Rowe had done well on the boards. He has 9 rebounds. And in fact, the University of Massachusetts is out rebounding USL 31-22.
USL got to have more ball movement. Got to have more motion. Everybody standing around.
Boy, Todd Hill needs to hit that one, doesn't he? To loosen things up.
That's 2 makeable shots the last 2 trips down that they haven't come up with.
So UMass comes back with a chance to extend this lead to 15. Wide open is Dana Dingle, and he gets it.
USL gambling with the trap. UMass correctly identifying it, getting the easy baskets. USL quick timeout to talk about.
So the Cajuns say we want to talk things over. They are down by 13, and time is not on their side. 9:08 remaining. We'll be back. Well, I was there for that boxing, and I'm here for this basketball. Al Bernstein along with John Albright, where you see University of Massachusetts with that lead, and here's how they're getting it.
Good recognition. They beat him backside. Dana Dingle with an easy 2 points. Good job of recognizing the pressure and then making the defense pay for the gamble.
Tony Barbee back in the game, and he is playing with 4 fouls, but boy, when he went out, they did a great job. But that's a turnover.
Both teams cooling off a little. Both teams above 50% in the first half, and UMass just under 50 in the second half, but USL really hasn't been able to keep pace.
And when they shoot under 45%, USL struggles, has not done well. And that's true of most teams. Michael Allen. They need some offense from him, and the 10th rebound of the game for Lou Rowe. He is really stepping up in this ball game, as he has been in his last several games. His last 5 games, he's averaging 17 points, doing well in the rebounding department as well. So with 8:23 left, a 13-point lead, and Massachusetts has the ball.
Now for UMass, now too early to put in the deep freeze, but you can be selective, spread your offense.
Sean Griggs, he is great at steals. As you said, he led the Southeastern Conference in steals when he was with LSU. That turns into a basket for Tony Moore. And John Calipari with a smart timeout, he says, I don't want any runs. So he's ahead by 11, and we'll be back to see if they can win this one at the Cage. We'll be back. We are back. Those are the fans here at the University of Massachusetts attending the last game they will attend, last men's collegiate game anyway here in this building, as UMass moves to the Mullins Center after this. Tony Barbee inbounding the ball. UMass with a 71-60 lead.
USL picking up the defensive pressure. For that cheap steal, they can get it. And again for UMass, you don't want to put it in deep freeze. Hard to restart that offense if you put it away.
And of course, the Cajuns are a very quick team. There's Williams underneath. No foul. Great defense. Boudreau will pick up his 3rd foul after Griggs had made the block. Williams is so tough inside there, it's very hard not to foul him.
Watch the help, though. He hasn't gotten this all night. Got the help. Boudreau with the block. And then Griggs coming from the backside. That's one of the few times all night we've seen that defensive help inside.
Harper Williams will shoot 2. He has 19 in the game, and he misses again.
Surprised him also. You can see the reaction.
Yeah.
He didn't expect to miss that shot. Missed them both.
Wow.
Now USL a chance to get it to single digits.
Important trip up for them. Michael Allen with a nice dish off to Griggs. Oh, it won't go. The tip won't go.
Out of bounds. Griggs was already on the baseline when he touched the ball.
Sean Griggs has got quick hands. You mentioned how well he does in the steal department. Marty Fletcher knows this is an important time in this basketball game. 7:26 left. His team is down by 11 in the most hostile environment you could ever imagine. Good job of beating the pressure there. Rowe. Lou Rowe steps up and hits the jumper. He's got 11. So he is in double figures again. For 6 straight games now in double figures. Allen looking for the shot. Nice drive. Good dish off underneath. And Griggs gets it.
It's on the dribble penetration by Allen. Set up that assist.
7 points for Sean Griggs. Came in here averaging only 4.3. When he penetrates, it's a whole different story, isn't it, John?
Does a good job, and it puts the defense at odds once you get by that initial man.
Another foul by Boudreau. I believe that is his fourth. It is his fourth. Michael Williams will check in the ballgame. There is Carol Boudreau, and there is Michael Williams, who is moving in, and Derek Kellogg will take a seat on the bench. Williams with 11 points.
Double-figure scoring game.
He has done an excellent job in recent games. Just a sophomore.
John Calipari jumping up and down, jumping jacks, trying to get his guys to get their hands up on defense.
No doubt what he wants when he wants it is there. 75-62, 13-point lead now for Massachusetts after Lou Rowe hits the free throws. UMass in the man-to-man. They were going to go to a matchup zone a little bit today, but they haven't done it. Tony Moore's shot won't drop. And when they don't shoot well, the Cajuns have a problem. Both Marty Fletcher said it to us. We need to shoot well. We need to have our shots drop because we do take a lot of them. A save, no backcourt violation. Still a 13-point edge for UMass. Allen for three. Great feed and an excellent block by Tony Moore. So the Cajuns will come back with a Todd Hill comes back for USL as you look at Tony Barbee. And Cedric Macchione also coming back in.
I think he wants some activity at the defensive end.
Let's see. I think he wants those hands up. Yeah, that's the ticket. Still a 13-point lead for Massachusetts. Now 5 minutes left to go. A little over 5 minutes. And the good shots are hard to come by for the Cajuns. First meeting ever between these two teams. And
offense is stagnant right now. Got to have more movement for USL. The stationary offensive end is very easy to defend.
Allen gets in position for a 15-footer, and he makes it. 13 points for Michael Allen. And he came in here averaging 22, so he is below his season average, obviously. The leading scorer in the Sun Belt Conference right now.
Look how active Williams is inside. Really does a good job working without that basketball. Puts himself in good position to get the entry pass. Very, very active in that paint area.
Almost losing the handle is Malloy. Can't quite get the finger roll, and Boudreau comes down with the ball. Well, UMass 4-1 in their conference, the Atlantic 10, 11-4 overall. Looking to make it 12-4 if they can hang on here. Good drive and the basket, which will go. No basket. The basket does not count. Prior to the basket, Mike Williams gets the foul.
Facetiously talking about the imbalance in the fouls was Marty Fletcher. UMass already in the 1-1. It has been for some time.
And they will give it back to the Cajuns. .351 left. It's an 11-point lead for UMass, and they need a good shot here, does USL. Starks won't go. A three-pointer by Allen. Yes.
Michael Allen for three.
Well beyond the 19-9 three-point.
That was a pro three-pointer and then some. So 75-67. An 8-point bulge.
And a 3:25, enough time to get it done still.
Plenty of time for the Cajuns. And they almost get a steal. Harper Williams. He's got 21. And boy, his third game back after the broken hand, he continues to be hot. Byron Starks. And boy, he has had a tough shooting second half. That's hurt the Cajuns, but then they've all shot poorly. Three-pointer by Williams, no. And Boudreau, another rebound. Bad pass, and Williams picks it off. And then a foul by Boudreau. Williams will go for three. And that is 5 fouls on Carol Boudreau. He's out of the game. What a sequence there, a big one for Massachusetts.
Well, it's a 10-point game. USL's got the ball. They're going the other way. Poor outlet pass. And now a three-point opportunity.
Scoreboard has them up by 12 now, 79-67.
Again, it was a 10-point play. The basket's going to count, and a three-point opportunity for Mike Williams. USL with a chance to cut it to 8 or 7.
Well, on ESPN, boy, you will see every conference that you want. If you like whatever conference you like, you're going to get it. On Big Monday, you see the lineup. Super Tuesday, the Wednesday jam session. Whatever you like, you got it right here on ESPN.
Your source for college basketball.
I'll tell you. And where's your next game, John? Where are you going?
Going west. Going out to the WAC.
And this in fact, is the 100th game of the season on ESPN. I'm honored to do the 100th game of the season with you.
Still plenty to go. Likewise.
105 left in this season. You're going to be bleary-eyed by the time the season is over, but we're seeing some great games like this one. 80-67, UMass with a 13-point lead. Michael Allen cuts
pick up full court.
11.
Surprised they didn't pick up full court that time. Need some pressure and some turnovers. Because from here on out, UMass, when they're fouled, they'll shoot 2 free throws. USL beyond that 10-team foul rule.
Allen now with 18, approaching his average of 22, but oh, nice steal. Wide open, Griggs takes one too many dribbles. Malloy the other way, it won't go, and the tip won't go for Williams. That's Griggs, great hands. That's Macchione, Starks jams it, it won't go. It's a little ragged. But Harper Williams says, I'll set things straight. Williams poured in his 23rd point, a three-pointer by Allen. That may seal the fate of the Cajuns. 13-point lead with 1:33 left.
Going to be tough now. Had a couple opportunities. Again, when they had a chance to cut it to 8, that bad outlet pass. Never able to recover from that.
Well, UMass is going to put this building to bed in the right way for them. Apparently winning the last game here at the Curry Hicks Center, the Cage. They'll move on to the Mullins Center. And they have, in their first meeting ever with the Raging Cajuns, look like they're going to come away with a win.
From here forward, they will be cageless.
And Rowe puts an exclamation point on it with that jam. What an excellent game. 16 points for Lou Rowe. Michael Allen gets 2, but put this one in the win column for UMass. Marty Fletcher wants a timeout. And for one of the last times, they're roaring at the Cage. We'll be back to finish it out. We return to Massachusetts. Al Bernstein along with John Albright. You see the score, 84-71. Massachusetts with only 47 seconds left to go. Looks like they are going to close things out in this building with a win. Rose Rowe, boy, did Lou Rowe have a good night tonight. 16 points and about 11 boards. He was strong, John.
He certainly was. And the rage in the Cage about to explode here.
Well, the Raging Cajuns would have liked a better effort. Their record is going to slip to 12-7. UMass will be 12-4. And both these teams will go back to their conferences. All the remaining games for USL are conference games. And as they put a closer on this, there's a foul on Tony Moore. Only 30 seconds left to go. A lot of emotion tonight, and there's always emotion in this building, but more tonight. And that man, John Calipari, was worried, wasn't he, about the way his team was playing?
He was very concerned the last couple of practices, was not pleased at all with his team's performance, worried that the intensity wasn't there. But in the second half, I think their defensive play much better in the second half, and they made the plays that they needed to. But it'll be interesting as they move to the new facility. They'll lose some of the intimacy that this smaller version has, and there's not many of these type places left in college basketball.
And in the bigger building, they will get a lot more people in there, but as you say, we'll lose some of what made this place special. Michael Allen gets some points. He has been the major offensive weapon in the second half for USL. Lou Rowe will come out of the ball game, and boy, I'll tell you what, as Derek Kellogg comes in, Lou Rowe with a terrific ball game, performed extremely well, both in scoring and on the boards.
He grew up a lot also when Harper Williams was out with his injury.
Just a sophomore. Michael Allen gets him. And so with just seconds remaining, what started here in 1931 is going to end tonight. And it'll end on a note that would make all those folks happy that used to crowd in here in all those years. Well, the dipsy-do doesn't work for the Cajuns.
Double dribble call on Moore that time.
And this crowd warming to the moment.
Marty Fletcher sensing that. It's going to go ahead and shake hands with John Calipari with 5 seconds to go and get out of here quickly. Well, John Calipari wants to make a call. He's right in front of us. He's going to go on the PA system and make an announcement to the crowd.
They want to make sure the fans don't rush this floor.
Timeout. Guys, listen now. Again, I'm going to tell you, greatest fans in the world, greatest band in the world. Listen. Please. We're still practicing here. The women still play here. The Cage is going to be here another 60 years. Don't screw it up and mess up this floor, the backboard, the rims, or anything. You've been great all year. Classy fans, the best in the country. Don't screw it up.
John Calipari appealing to these fans. And the game is over. Even with a few seconds left, they've decided it is over. 84-74. And UMass goes out a winner here at the Cage. And this crowd didn't exactly heed his advice, but hopefully they'll be well behaved as they storm onto the court. It is the last men's collegiate game that will be played here. The women's team here will play. So it has been 62 years of some great basketball here in this building. It comes to a close tonight with Massachusetts winning 84-74. For John Albright, I'm Al Bernstein. Good night. Let's go back to Dan.